Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, several months ago, this is like many months ago, I decided that I wasn't going to read the patch notes to you for the first time, as sort of, my first reaction. Well, cuz got burned a few times, things come out in the patch notes like, oh, this might be good, and it's absolute dog shit. Well, sadly, you won't get my first reactions for some of the things that I seen in the patch notes because, yeah, there was at least one in here that my first reaction, it was just, it's something that should have been caught on camera, but it wasn't. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess. I mean, we'll see how won't even be my second reaction because I just kind of kept reacting to it. We'll see how I can perform when the time comes. All right, so update 64, supposedly third and final part to Enterprise. Got a legacy to uphold. As this Indie Civil War erupts, the crew of the USS Enterprise find themselves questioning the path they walk. Did they simply do what they had to do, or have they inadvertently sent the galaxy hurtling toward a cataclysm? They won't have long to ponder their actions, however, as a new danger has arisen. These sphere builders will not allow their grand designs to be interfered with, so they have chosen to unveil their most diabolical creations. The superweapons. Adapted from the same destructive engines used by the Xindi in the temporal Cold War, these immense weapons carry enough power to destroy the Federation several times over. While these super weapons loom over the galaxy, an even more pervasive threat prowls behind our lines, wearing the face of a hero most beloved. Okay. The Federation will welcome its new leader, the Emperor beyond the looking glass. Wait, what? Not much of a Star Trek lore person, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about here. We also have shit memory, so I definitely watched Enterprise like 2 or 3 times. I have no idea what all this is talking about. It also sounds like we're getting a super weapon enemy, and then a more pervasive threat that prowls behind our lines. So there will be apparently 2 enemies this arc, I guess, if I understand that correctly. Okay, so new shit in this new 64th update. Temporal artifacts, kiss my ass. Silent enemies, go fuck yourself. True critical chance and damage multipliers, get fucked. New officers, absolute garbage ass officers. Bullshit. And the normal mission, cosmetic battle pass, and more. Yeah, whatever. Temporal artifacts. Yes, that's right. As you heard last night, a new token for a new token system, a new currency to get, and a new hostile to kill. Yay! Woo! This is so awesome! Holy shit. These fucking assholes ever learn? New hostiles, new loot, new loop every month, or even every other month, is way too much. It's way too much. Stop it. Yeah. Temporal, Silent Nebula. Silent Nebula. Silent Nebula tokens. You claim them in the X-Borg faction store. You get a daily drip of your tokens. and a daily drip of temporal disruptors in the Xborg faction store. You take them tokens, you go to the Silent Nebula systems, you kill the silent enemies, you get the temporal disruptor parts, and you go exchange temporal disruptor parts in a chest, and you'll get some ship parts. You'll get some other temporal disruptors for the artifacts, and you will get orbit medallions. So I guess that's part of why they're like, oh, we're going to make these little asshole bitch-ass players do a new loop with a new currency. We're going to make them do it. Oh, they wanted us to source primes? Here, take this shit, players, you bunch of bitches. That's what they're saying. May not seem like that's what they're saying, but that is what they're saying. They've constantly and consistently, I guess, refused to source old primes. I'm talking like old as shit primes that are like 2 or 3 years old. They refuse to make a free-to-play path for them. Oh, and if you think this means that they're at all of them, no, they're not. There's 3 really old primes out there that have 0 free-to-play path. It's bullshit, I think. Especially after this long. Especially after you start putting away teams in the battle pass. You know what? You need to give free-to-play players another slot for away teams. But you refuse. Okay. Well, this is me telling you to go fuck yourself when you obviously are telling me and the other players to go fuck ourselves. Alright, new loot. New artifacts. Alright, what is this saying here? Players will be able to complain. Daily bundle of the disruptors and the tokens. Xborg store. Exchange for temporal disruptors. For specific anomaly artifact shards. That is something that is new. I mean, I guess it's better. It depends on you as a player. I see the value in each way of doing things, you know, either by killing a bigger target, which really isn't that harder to kill. I mean, at least for me. I mean, some of you, I can see how it's harder to kill. Or being able to select, you know, you getting a currency and being able to select the thing that you want the most. Does kind of make sense there. So that's what it is. With this new currency, you get to go select your artifact instead of having to kill a specific hostile to get the specific artifact you want. You defeat the new silent enemies. Most players must first use number tokens to travel to nebula systems. Defeat the silent enemies. Okay. Wait, that doesn't even... What? You... Artifact swords and this artifact to store directly can defeat the new silent enemies. That is weird. Okay. Drop temporal disruptor parts. Exchange disruptor parts for the chest. Yeah, we already discussed what was in the chest. Okay. Yeah, well, I feel like there's at least one sentence of redundancy in there, but that's okay. This is a vlog and our blog and the video, or I guess it would be a vlog. A vlog and a blog from last night. I have not watched the video. I will not watch the video. I'm sorry. It's nothing, I guess, personally against Beck Likes Plants, but I don't like content creators working for the man, and I've seen the first video of hers I saw was riddled with mistakes, and I just feel it's more me boycotting the company, not necessarily her. Also, never mind. I won't go there. Too personal, I guess. Temporal artifacts. Prepare yourself for the impossible. Yeah. Hey, commanders, prepare yourself for the impossible. Oh, alright. We're now introducing temporal artifacts, the very existence of which defies conventional explanation. In their fight against the rest of the galaxy, the Xindi are receiving aid from beyond time and space. It's time for you to do the same. By defeating silent enemies, you can acquire the means to manifest temporal artifacts. These new artifacts bring with them many exciting new abilities as well as powerful enhancements to existing ones. Okay. In order to get your hands on these new powerful artifacts, you will have to overcome a mighty challenge. The mysterious aliens known only as silent enemies have arisen. Da da da! They must be defeated if you want to claim the powerful temporal artifacts. They reside near the Delphic Expanse in the Silent Nebula. You can claim your daily bundle in the Xborg faction store in order to acquire the Silent Nebula tokens you will need to travel there. Maybe I'm making too much of this, I guess. Silent enemies heavily rely on boosting their critical rate and damage in combat, and you will want to protect yourself against that in order to defeat them. Oh, thanks for the advice. They also inflict burning, making them the first hostile you've ever faced that can inflict a state upon your ship. If you can overpower them, the silent enemies will drop temporal disruptor parts. These can be traded in for reward chests that can contain... Yeah, you know all that. Alright, so yeah. Not only a new loop and a new loot and a new hostile. New goofy ass shit with hostiles. I mean, I get it, okay? You don't want to just make a hostile. Just a little random red thing. Hey, go kill this thing. Put some kind of challenge in there, I guess, to make it a little more fun. Or you're using the words like, oh, we're making it more challenging to make it more fun for you, the players. Stop lying. Say exactly what you mean. We're adding a new wrinkle to this hostile to entice you to give us more money because we're going to make a specific thing to kill this hostile or officer. That's really what it is. It's not that you want to make it a challenge to make it more enjoyable for us. You're using it as a way to get more money, which, I mean, it's fine. Don't lie to me. Artifact loop. Once you acquire temporal disruptors, you can refine the shards. We've gone over this. Okay, yeah, this part. The Great Eye of Ara reduces the cost of all artifacts. Now, not ones that you already have the level for. I assume anyway. You're not going to get a rebate on the things that you've already bought. Temporal or otherwise. So all of them. There'll be a day one offer for the Great Eye and the Guardian of Forever. Cool, yeah, go buy this shit. So you can hit the ground running. Whatever, bro. Ugh. There's a list somewhere. I'll get to the list. Here you go. Great Eye of Ara reduces the shard cost for all artifacts. Now, I don't know if the chart was supposed to be out or not. And I'm not even sure it's true, but somebody on my Discord did post a chart, and the numbers looked like absolute shit. It looked like it maxed out at 10%, which is very low, but whatever. I mean, you can't expect it to be anything. But I would, especially if we're getting the chance, or the choice really, go for the Eye of Ara first. Upgrade that one first. Makes them all cheaper. So, do that. Of course, they could just make them all cheaper and remove the Great Eye in general. They could just do that. Orb of the Emissary, crit chance boost for explorers versus interceptors. Again, numbers I saw were very small. Like 8% is nothing. So, however, Orb of Time, crit chance boost for battleships, interceptors against battleships, Orbs of Prophecy, crit chance boost for battleships versus explorers. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know why you need to create 3 different ones. Just create one. Increase crit chance. Why do you need 3 of them? Because you don't get the benefit of this for an explorer against an explorer. I understand not giving a boost to, let's say, an explorer against a battleship, because a battleship is supposed to have the advantage. But what about an explorer against an explorer? To me, it makes the thing less useful. Jahila, damage bonus in wave defense for all ships. I know some of you are not having as great a success as I am. I find no value in this. I'm having no problem. Well, I haven't gone to the other ones yet, mostly because most of the people in my alliance, we just haven't given a shit about going and doing the other set of waves. Like, I'm not having trouble killing any of these guys. I run impulse officers on my ship, so I do. If I was having trouble killing them, I run Pike or Picard as the captain, which absolutely works. Definitely boosts the shit out of Data and Janeway. Of course, if you're one of those people that have decided, or maybe you're lacking the ability because you're lower level, and you haven't gone after some of these isolytic damage researches, yeah, you're going to see a whole lot less benefit. You got to go get these isolytic damage researches and favors. I'm not favors. Yes, favors. There's a crew wave defense favor. Get that. There's researches. There's artifacts. Get all these. Because then, the Cascade motherfuckers like Data, not only do you get Data's percentage and the percentage from all those researches and artifacts, but then, you get a percentage because Data's Cascade. You see it even more. But by all means, don't take my word for it. Keep struggling with waves. Construction speed boost, really? No. The cost boost, or cost reduction, I guess. Why am I saying boost? Cost reduction, I think, is better. I don't speed, because you never make it a high enough percentage to where it actually does anything. Syndicate XP claim boost. We'll see how much we're actually going to get for that. Warp speed bonus. It stacks with Stamets. I don't exactly know what they mean by it stacks with Stamets. I assume it's something to do with how the equation for warp speed works when you have this artifact. It's not like they're exactly transparent on how their equation works, or what the equation even is. So, honestly, telling us that doesn't really mean anything. Not to me. Not until you explain what this means. Officer stat boost. Again, we got to see what the numbers are. Otherwise, that's not much of anything. Same with the Borg cutting beam damage boost. Of course, guess what? I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care anymore. You didn't fix the problems when it came out. Oh, now you've fixed the problems by giving me another task to do. I mean, I no longer care. Reduces damage taken in PvP. Oh, I'm sure that's going to absolutely do a lot of stuff. Increase repair cost efficiency for FKR ships. Why FKR ships? Why not just all your ships? Why not all your ships? And do you mean ships as in, like, say, Miners 2? Or is it just warships? And again, why isn't it just all ships? Damage boosts against hostiles, which, unless it's huge, like say 600%, maybe. Maybe you'll see a boost with like 400%. You're not even going to notice this. Because if this thing max out at 200%, you're not going to notice it. Because there's so many other things that boost your damage. Reduces true critical damage taken, except during armadas, starbases, and station defense. Okay, we'll have to talk about what this true critical damage is. Bullshit is what it is, but alright. Boosts hull health for all ships. Again, we'll have to see the numbers first. You know, the actual numbers. Alright, so yeah, there's the artifacts. Alright. So let's go back to the regular patch notes. Here's stuff on the silent enemies. New enemies introduced in this update. These hostiles not only incredibly challenging, but very rewarding as well. Alright, well. I will tell you how rewarding they are. Don't tell me how rewarding they are. Several buffs that these new hostiles have. Take a look at this shit. Increased critical chance. Increased critical damage. Critical floor. Critical chance floor or critical damage floor, or both. Okay. And burning, like they said before, it's gonna burn you. Yay. They essentially created STDs in space. Defeating these silent enemies will progress a player's journey. Oh, okay. Yeah. And in the artifact gallery, so it looks like you're going to be able to see these in the artifact gallery, maybe. I have not checked that out yet. It's not that big a deal. Alright, silent enemies can be found in... Here's the systems. They're over there near the Delphic Expanse somewhere. We'll figure that out. I'll do a video on how to actually kill these assholes. Because of course, dickheads put crews in here, but I'm going to double check their crews, or what I think is a better crew. Loot types are per hostile level. Oh, and of course, they're already having problems with this shit, so be careful. Don't go out and kill certain hostiles and then be like, I'm not getting a thing. Yeah, because this shit's messed up already. Alright, so I looked in the tab, and of course, it's already in your little, next to your gift tab boxes there, and of course, they took the artifact tab, which was like all the way at the end, and they moved it up front. Of course, they did that. Here, I'm right here now. Buy me. Oh, I have no idea what I just did there. Well, that's what I get for tapping on my phone. Oh, I made my phone brighter. Oh, I have no idea what happened. And I only have one claim, and it is for the level 55 to 59 G5 rare. So I can't go out and get the G4 rare and be able to do anything with it, which I don't know if I'm a fan of. I get why they do that. They want, the certain levels to have the certain rewards. I assume a G5 rare is going to be more rewarding than G4 rare. I don't know. Haven't looked at the boxes. I assume that's why they do that, but now you're having problems with the 55 to 59 rare. Thanks. Well, unless you get it fixed real soon, guess what my final thoughts are going to be? Thumbs down. Already broken. Can't even show you anything right now. Good thing I don't. Why? Because shit's usually broken in the beginning. So you're going to have to make sure you go to the right system. Per hostile level. Also per your level. Because like I said, that's the box I have. I have the 55 through 59 claim chests. I don't have the other levels. So you're going to have to go for the hostiles of your level or of your claim box. Don't know. We're assuming that it's going to go up when you level up. Have no idea. Not yet, anyway. Here's potential crewing suggestions. Does list Pike, Moreau, Tucker here. So I assume this person thinks that Pike and Moreau will boost Tucker's ability, which, I mean, it's possible, I guess. Not like I actually did that. But where it said critical floor and IS, is it critical chance, damage, or both? I would have to believe that it's critical chance and not anything to do with a critical damage floor. You know, because that's what we had. The only floor critical thing that we had before was for your critical damage. It was for our critical damage, not for your hostiles. Because that's what Tucker does. Reduces your crit damage. So, I guess essentially this would be like Gala. Which is absolutely the idea there. And then you have Enterprise, or new Picard, new data with Tucker. Loot increase, isolated cascade, and then obviously Tucker crit chance, crit damage reduction. And I guess the real reason why they made these hostiles burn you, Severus, Decius, Charvinic. You don't have to go with Decius and Charvinic here, but Severus only is going to work against battleships. Think Tal, but specifically for battleships. And you have to be burning. I may have mentioned him before. I think I did in a base defense video. I have used Severus in base defense. He does work if you're getting hit by a battleship and if you're burning. So I can confirm that at least that aspect, it seemed like Charvinic was, Severus was working. There have been reports in the past, or like a long time ago, that Severus was not working. Should be working now anyway. Charvinic, yeah, you're probably going to want Charvinic because she has increased armor piercing. Yeah, armor piercing. Whatever. Yeah. Increased armor piercing, which is really good against battleships. And yes, it's supposed to fall in 5 rounds because at max synergy, Severus is at 20%. So you'll be taking 20% of your opponent's hull away every round that you are burned. Okay, enough of that. I'll test some crews out for you. Promo code. There'll be a new promo code, which isn't working. Well, by the time you see this video anyway, it should be working. It said people were already complaining about it early this morning. It's supposed to be coming out when the events start coming out, right? So if you do happen to see this video before event reset, promo code's not ready yet, most likely. There you go. Artifacts, you get some artifact shards. Ent 3. Players can receive an amount of shards to source artifacts as nebula tokens. Use the promo code Ent 3. You'll need you need an account. Other than that, there's no instructions. I assume it's self-explanatory. Epic Officer Flux. This is where my initial reaction come in. What the fuck? No Malcolm Reed. I'm a little pissed off. Yes. Got Sato. Got Hoshi Sato. Cool. Flux over Reed? Oh my God. The person designing the officers this month must have been a Boy Scout. and must not have earned as many merit badges as Reed did, I guess. I don't know. But this is bullshit. Not only that it's Phlox and not Reed, but he's the epic officer and his ability is bullshit. First of all, you take a look at this shit. He's literally just flipped Avant-Garde Worf. Reduces a player's critical chance by X% for 8 rounds. 45, 50, 60, 75, 100. That is literally the opposite of Worf. Instead of increasing your critical chance, this guy reduces it. Okay, cool. Yay, no more Honor-Guard Worf in PvP. Alright, gee, thanks. Okay. Not sure how that's that good of a thing, because then if that Freeman crew doesn't work, then we'll just go back to Interceptor Strike Team. Not really going to work against Interceptor Strike Team, but okay. I mean, he'll work, but not good enough. Below deck ability. What a bunch of jackasses. These people making this shit. Increase technological distinctiveness by X% when destroying hostiles with the Borg keeps cutting me. Again, I don't give a shit now. Too late. This is your epic officer this month. Well, maybe it's just me. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other people that could benefit from this. Of course, why the hell couldn't you just make it like Loot and have 5 of 11 work for it? Seriously? You had to make a whole new epic officer several months later, and he does it for it with the low deck ability. Because those are the same numbers as 5 of 11. It's not like it's any different. I mean, it's bullshit is what it is. Also, I don't know how, and to a certain extent, I do appreciate it, but this officer isn't, in my mind, it's not going to get people to spend money. Maybe with the officer ability. That below deck ability, though. Think about who has really big Borg cubes already. Think about the people that are relatively close to being done with their Borg cube. The spenders. Right? They're not the ones that are going to give a shit about this below deck ability, but yet they're the ones that do what you want them to do, or do. They're the ones that spend the most money, which is what you want when you create some of these officers, because turn around and sell packs for these officers. Well, packs are you going to get sold? I mean, maybe because you put this critical chance reduction in there. Maybe that's what it is. Of course, then at the same time, if all the spenders are going after this officer, how are the free-to-play, the only ones, or low spenders, I guess, too, the only ones that are actually going to benefit from this below deck ability, supposed to get this officer? Right? I mean, it's not going to happen in the leaderboard. So, we'll see how the material spends are. If you really care about even 60% extra technological bullshit. I'm still pissed off that it's not Malcolm Reed and it's not some kind of combat officer ability to help you kill Xindies. I would have much rather had an epic Malcolm Reed with like an officer ability of doubling your shots and maybe a captain ability of, I don't even know. I don't even care. Impulse speed or something. Or maybe you make that a below deck ability because we don't have impulse speed below deck yet. Malcolm Reed below deck ability, impulse speed, officer ability, doubling your shots against Indy. Sounds great to me. Sounds like it goes really good with Captain Archer. And you saw her rare officer, her Hoshi. How do you say her name? Hoshi Sato. Increase the cargo size of the ship. Alright, cool, man. Another cargo officer. I mean, yeah. God damn, man. How many of these fucking cargo officers do we need? Just increase the cargo. Just increase the cargo. Just beep a bop a boop a bop on the code. Cargo double. Oh, alright. Just do that. Because, I mean, who we got now? You got Data and you got Lon below deck. Now you got Sato and Alonzo Freeman above deck. Oh, and don't forget Stan and Borgstan. I assume it's Stan and not Stone. Who else you got? You got like specific ones like the Vulcan Dude Man on the Voyager. What the hell was his name? Tuvox. And whoever the hell else increases your car. Oh, let's make another one. Oh, and obviously below deck increased gas mining speed, which I said was coming. Which didn't take a genius to tell you that. So I'm sorry, but the best officer this month is the rare officer, right? Because I don't like it. Not that I give a shit about PvP anymore. I mean, it's just, and if that's what you want PvP to be pay to win, fine. Well, I'm not going to give a shit about it. Sorry. Oh, and new primes, which really pisses me off too. Prime crit evasion. Reduces opponent's total crit chance. Again, taking a prime where you will buy something and it will take something away from me. Go fuck yourself. I cannot stand that. If spenders want to buy things, by all means, buy the things. But they are things you get. You should not be allowed to buy things that take something away from me. It's bullshit. I don't like it. Borg, cutting beam, prime. Fuck you. Again. Problem with your fucking mechanic and you sell a prime for it. Fuck off. G5 survey manufacturing, battleship manufacturing. Well, I don't know if I've seen this. A part refine increase for a grade lower than what's currently the highest. G6 is out. You're releasing the G5 parts prime? Where you get an extra roll in the refinery? Now? Okay. Day late and dollar short, in my opinion, but okay, however you like. Web exclusive, I don't care. Kiss my ass. True critical damage and critical chance multipliers. Okay, so there's a critical resistance out there somewhere. Where it is, I don't know, because it wasn't on this list. But it's out there. Critical resistance is reducing my critical damage if you buy the prime. Again, where it is, when it's coming, I don't know. Supposedly there's a mid-month thing coming too. This may be the thing that wasn't ready, so it's going to be in the mid-month bullshit. Here you go. New missions. Yeah, cool. I don't give a shit. Battle pass and cosmetics. Yeah, I don't know. Kiss my ass. Bug fixes. Cool. I don't care. You fix 10 bugs, 20 more pop up. Who gives a shit? Probably because you make 20 more things a month. Goddamn jackass. One thing that did catch my eye somewhere over the rainbow. Where the hell was it? They did fix a thing with waves. There you go. Fix an issue with wave defense. The rewards pop-up showed 9 of 10 instead of 10 of 10 after the wave defense was completed. Happened several times. Now, it mentions the rewards pop up. I also notice a visual where the station blows up. Assume that is what caused the 9 of 10 reward to show up, because the station technically blew up, I guess. We'll see what they actually fixed. And that's it. I mean, there are a whole bunch of, localization bullshits and improvements and all that. Some kind of in-field training to prevent progress reset after server transfers. Oh, and the other thing with the field training rewards, claim button did not appear after claiming the previous achievement. So they fixed a few things with some of the field trainings. So there you go. Wow. I don't even know how to wrap this up. I feel like the theme of this month is fuck off. Another hostile, another currency, another loop, and more, in my opinion, bullshit primes. And, in my opinion, for the third month in a row, very lackluster officers. And no, I'm not going to retract on, Trip being a good officer now because of this new hostile. He's a good officer because you made the hostile a certain way. You didn't have to do anything. You see, it's them doing this to manipulate the way you think. Oh, he's a good officer now because he works against this new hostile. Well, we didn't want this new hostile. We don't want a new hostile with new currency. So again, theme for this month is go fuck yourself. I don't know how else to describe it. Of course, these are initial thoughts, everybody. I'm sure the haters are going to throw their hate mail in the comments. I don't care. I am perfectly capable of having an initial reaction like this. And then in a few days, when I actually get into some of this content, changing my mind and liking it. I'm perfectly okay with that. It's going to happen. It happens all the time. It is called having an open mind. Yes, I initially look at how your patch notes describe it, think, oh, that's shit. And then I'll go out there and I'll go do it myself, and then I'll think better of it or think differently. It's going to happen. So comment below. Do you have the same reaction that I have? Are you optimistic that you can, in a few days or so, when shit isn't broke anymore, go out there and engage with these new fancy-ass hostiles that are going to burn you like an STD, and you're actually going to enjoy the loop? Huh? What do you think? We're going to enjoy this loop? Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.